All right. I will read something from, see if I can get that in the camera, the comma. Can you see it? So from The Complete Idiot's Guide, Understanding Islam, second edition. Of course, this book is old, had it for a long time. It's even got water damage for some reason. I used to read this book a lot, and I mean a lot, to understand Islam. So if anybody ever says, hey, someone that's not a Muslim just doesn't understand, right, go get a book. The Understanding Islam, second edition. It explains everything. I used to read this before social media, before the internet, and where it was popular to Google everything. I'm not saying Google didn't exist. Google probably existed, but that's not how I learned. I learned from this book and other books and through experience. But I came across this. I was reading this morning on page 142 in this book regarding the Arabic words that mean God is greater than. It's actually a lot of times explained as God is the greatest. And the Arabic transliteration, which is the letters in English, is A-L-L-A-H-U, and another word, A-K-B-A-R. I try not to code switch, so I try to share the transliteration of the English letters that would be pronounced in Arabic. And this book states that it is an incomplete sentence, that it states that God is greater than. And this is an Islamic concept. The logical question becomes, greater than what? The implication of leaving it as a broken sentence is that no matter how you complete it, God is greater than that too. Now, probably is more, I'm not saying I disagree with this book. No, I am. Is God is the greatest. That sums up that incomplete sentence, supposedly incomplete sentence. It is an incomplete sentence. God is greater than. But if you translate it to English, is God is the greatest. Now, why is that important? Put my book up. To yoga, and how does that relate to yoga? Because two things. One, yoga involves Islam. One truth, many paths. And the paths in Islam, and all the individuals who are Muslim in Islam. They're part of the human family too. Just like Christians, just like Hindus, just like everyone has a path. Even if they're not religious, they have a path. Even if they don't believe in God, they have a path. We're all on this path together. One truth, many paths. Second, God is greater than. In Islam is meaningful because God is yoga. Like it or not, Islam accidentally explains yoga, oneness, like the Sufis would say. And yoga's in the Quran, the understanding of yoga, the concept of yoga. Now, I'm not saying the explanation, like the worshiping of the creation and all that stuff, because that is definitely not part of Islam. There's a separation between the creation and God. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the oneness of God. So the oneness of God is captured in God is the greatest. God is greater than. That's what we're learning on the yoga mats. Is to tap into this oneness of God, the oneness of God. He's, or she, in the sense of pronouns, is greater than. So like a Sufi, you tap into this oneness. You become God, not in the sense that you become the creator, but in the sense that we tap into the essence of God when we become one with God. Tricky, all tricky. Bad explanation, terrible explanation. And we're going to do today sun salutation, the mountain pose, and we're going to do 6 sun salutations. The main reason is because it's cold and I need to warm up. So make sure you're focusing on the breathing. You focus on the breathing 100%. And that allows you to become aware of what's happening in the body. And that allows the yoga routine, no matter what poses you're doing, to become a form of a moving meditation. And what happens, you realize you're not your thoughts, the thing that's watching your thoughts. You realize you're one. The mind and body is becoming one. And you tap into the oneness. You tap into God, just like I explained with the Islamic concept of God is greater than. God is the greatest. You tap into that, and in a way, you get that power of oneness. Difficult to explain. This morning, my mind is racing because I've been grading. So I just came out here to do yoga and share that quote. So let's go ahead and begin. So we're going to go to mountain pose, 6 sun salutations, then we're going to end with the mountain pose, focusing on your breathing. So feet are shoulder width apart, toes go up, spread the toes as wide as you can. Each toe touches the floor one at a time. Knees are bent, hips are tilted, arms are relaxed. So no tension in the arms or the shoulders. And awareness is on the breathing. 100% on the breathing. I'm sorry, your focus is on the breathing. See, I'm not focused to even tell you properly. Your focus is 100% on the breathing, which heightens your awareness. It'll let you know what's going on in the body. You're going to focus on the breathing, by watching the belly go in and out as you inhale, exhale. Or you bring your focus to the tip of the nose and watch the air go in and out. Whichever one you choose, stick to it throughout the entire yoga routine. Palms together, thumbs to the heart center. Push the arms out, up and back. Inhale slowly. Then you go exhale. As you exhale, you hinge forward from the lower back. We're going to go into the standing forward bend. Palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. Pull yourself in and down. Forehead is going to the knees. And you're just going to focus on the breathing. Again, 100% focus on the breathing. And that allows you to become aware of what's happening in the body. So you're aware of the stretch that's happening maybe in your hamstrings, your calves. Maybe you have something going on in the lower back. You're aware of that. And you're not those things, but you're aware of them. You're not focused on them. It's a mindset that we're learning. You're learning to focus on the breathing, becoming aware of what's happening. And the mindset is that you are not your so-called issues, like the issue in your lower back. You're not that. That's a mindset you take off the yoga mat. The palms to the sides of the feet, left leg is back into a low lunge, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally, back is straight or arched. And make sure the front knee is not over the toes. If it is, lengthen up some. And in this pose, you're feeling open. You're experiencing openness. So you're letting go of judgment, letting go of trying to be somewhere, and just accept where you are. Once you tap into openness, you're going to take that mindset off the yoga mat. You're going to feel open throughout the day Just like I was reading in the quote, I didn't explain it the best, but because it takes longer than a few minutes. You're tapping into the oneness of God. You just feel opened throughout the day. Open new thoughts, open to new adventures. I can't speak yet. I know I keep on messing up my words. I can't speaking in tongues. I can't speak yet. Then high lunge, leg in the back, get straight as you can get it. Then downward dog. You're pushing into the downward dog. Arms are straight, legs are straight, tailbones to the ceiling, heels are towards the floor. You are pushing into this pose, but you're only pushing to the spot right before you feel like, man, I shouldn't go any further. That is an important mindset too. You're listening to your body. You're accepting where you are. And with acceptance, there comes openness. When you accept, you experience openness. So even though you're closed up, technically in the pose, you're open because you're accepting. It's a mindset. It's all a mindset. Everything's a mindset when it comes to yoga, or at least how I teach yoga. Then slide into the upper dog. The upper dog, tops of the feet are to the floor. Palms, of course, are to the floor. You're feeling open. Now, to modify that pose, you go to hands and knees, arch the back into the cow. It's okay if you need to modify it. It doesn't matter. It's all a mindset. Or you go to small cobra and bring yourself up. Again, you're accepting where you are. That's the base. You want to accept where you are. That allows you to know who you are. Like Satchidananda says, Swami Satchidananda says, don't live a fake life. Be true. Be you. That's the quote. He didn't say that. I said that. Be true, be you. But that's the same concept. Back to downward dog. Arms are straight. Legs are straight. Tailbones to the ceiling. Heels are towards the floor. And you're pushing into the pose. Really, really push into it. Push into it as far as you can. And then get to the spot right before you feel like, man, I shouldn't go any further. Find that spot. Settle there. Accept where you are. And then just focus on the breathing. Focusing on the breathing lets you feel what's being stretched. Heightens your awareness. Listen to your body. You're learning to become your own guru, your own leader. The left leg is up between the hands. Left foot, left leg. Well, I guess the leg is up. It's not between your hands. And with the back foot, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally, back straight or arched. And you're feeling open. Again, you want to experience openness. So to experience openness, you want to let go of judgment. So if you're feeling like, man, I'm not open as much because my body's doing this, that's judgment. Let go of that. That's not what we're doing. Even if you feel like, man, I'm doing this pose perfectly, that's judgment too. That's great. Fantastic. But let go of that. Once you're settled, you accept. When you feel open, with the back foot, curl toes under, knee goes up, get the leg as straight as you can. Then you're going to move into the standing forward bend. Palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. Pull yourself in and down. Forehead's going to the knees. Just focus on the breathing. Now this pose, you're closed up, but you are opened. And you're opened because you accept where you are. Once you accept where you are, boom, you tap into openness. It's a mindset that we learn on the yoga mat. And you take that mindset off the yoga mat and you apply it in the so-called real world. The palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Turn the palms out, push the air down and out, exhale. And again, inhale. Exhale, hinge forward, reaching out, hinging from the lower back, palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. Pull yourself in and down. Forehead's going to the knees. And you accept where you are. Now, this pose is also important because it allows you to become aware of subtleness. Because when you inhale, the belly swells with air and it pushes you out of the pose slightly. Then when you exhale, you go back into the pose. It's a subtle movement. Let it happen. Let yourself breathe. And when you're focused 100% on the breathing, you're aware of that subtleness. And that's what we're learning on the yoga mat too. And then when you go off the yoga mat, you're aware of subtleness. You're aware of subtle things that are happening around you. Very important mindset to have off the yoga mat, especially in today's world where we focus on big things, big accomplishments. Sometimes the subtleness is what allows those big things to happen. And it's just good to be aware, always aware of everything around you, everything that's happening. The left leg is back into a low lunge, and you're opening up. Remember, top of the foot's to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward, knee not over the front toes, and lengthen up if it is. And then just do the best you can. You settle, find out where you are, and then you just accept. For me, I'm arching the back. But I can see myself. I know my back isn't all arched. But to me, I'm arching, and then I just accept. And I'm the one teaching yoga, and I can't get my back to arch. It's just my back. It's how it is. I accept it. But the point is having the mind and body connect. That is yoga, when the mind and body connects. Yoga is not this pose. If your mind and body is not connecting and you're doing this, you're just doing this. You're not doing yoga. Yoga is when the mind and body connects, and like that Islamic concept I was mentioning, then you tap into oneness of God. God is greater than. That is the point of the quote, not the quote, the concept. A lot deeper than I can explain right now, but it's so simple. That is deeper. Strange, I say, strange. Then you're going to go high lunge, settle in the high lunge, just for a transition pose. Then move into the downward dog. And you are pushing into this pose. Arms are straight, legs are straight, tailbones to the ceiling, heels are towards the floor or into the floor. No tension in the neck. So once you get to that spot where you say, hey, can't go any further, settle, accept, and focus on the breathing. Now, just because you commit to the pose doesn't mean you have to stay there. You might feel like, hey, I can go a little deeper into the pose. Then go a little deeper. Or you feel like, hey, I need to bring myself out of it. Bring yourself out of it. Listen to your body. You're learning to listen to yourself. You're not listening to me. We're doing yoga together. You're listening to your body. I'm not your guru, not your leader. I'm just telling you what we're doing, not how to do it. Well, I guess I am telling you how to do it. But you still listen to yourself. Then slide into the upper dog. Or modify it, and then just feel opened. Openness. What time is it? It's 5:49. I thought it said 5:43. I was thinking, hey, wow, that went slow. I've been doing this so long, I know how many salutations it takes. Usually, sometimes I lose track of time. And then back to downward dog, pushing into it. And just focus on the breathing. 100% focus on the breathing. Bring left foot up between the hands. Opening up. And just feel opened. You're in the low lunge, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor. Hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Back is straight or arched. Front knees not over the toes. If it is, lengthen up some. And then just do the best you can. Settle. And then just focus on the breathing. Remember, you're accepting. Let go of judgment. Let go of trying to be somewhere. And just accept where you are. That allows the mind and body to connect as one. Back foot, curl toes under, knee goes up, high lunge, then move into the standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down and focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but of the breathing. Come together, reach out, up and back, inhale, then exhale. And we have 4 more to go. Inhale, we'll move through these a little faster, and then exhale, standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down, focus on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. Accepting where you are. You accept here, which allows you to feel opened, even though you're closed up. Makes no sense when you explain. Makes no sense, but it makes sense. Acceptance is openness. Left leg is back, opening, feeling open. Accept where you are, just feel open. And high lunge just for a second or so. Then downward dog, pushing into it. Really push into it. Arms straight, legs straight. No tension in the neck. Slide into the upward dog. Feel opened, opening up. Don't judge it. Let go of judgment. Once you're settled, you accept. No matter where you are, you accept. Yoga is when the mind and body connects. It's not determined by the pose. Then back, the downward dog, pushing into it. Left foot is up between the hands. Low lunge, feeling open. Don't judge it. And just focus on the breathing. I need to get music. Every once in a while, I think, man, I need to get some music. I need to get music for real. Then high lunge, standing forward bend, pull yourself in and down. Focus on the breathing. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Then exhale. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Pull yourself in and down. Focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but of the breathing. And accept where you are. Left leg is back into a low lunge. Opening up. Just feel opened. High lunge. Then downward dog. Pushing into it, accept, focus on the breathing. Slide into the upward dog, feeling opened. Accept where you are, and focus on the breathing. I know I keep on saying focus on the breathing. Like, man, how many times homeboys got to say that? I know I'm saying it because it's important. Downward dog, pushing into it, and focus on the breathing. The left foot is up between the hands, low lunge, feeling opened. Set where you are. No judgment, let go of judgment. Judgment is a barrier. It will prevent the mind and body from becoming one. And that oneness is yoga. High lunge, standing forward bend, pull yourself in and down. Accept where you are. That acceptance, boom, allows you to enter into openness. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale, exhale. Two more, inhale, exhale. Hinge forward, standing forward bend, pull yourself in and down. And just focus on the breathing. 100% focus on the breathing. That heightens your awareness. Lets you know what's happening. Allows the movements to become a form of a moving meditation. Left leg is back, low lunge. High lunge, downward dog. Upward dog. Downward dog. Left foot is up, low lunge. Focus on the breathing. High lunge, standing forward bend. All together, reach out, up and back, inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, exhale. Pull yourself in and down, go to these poses a little farther if you can. Listen to yourself still, listen to your body. Left leg's back. But just think about going into them a little deeper. If you want, if you can. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. High lunge. Listen to your body. I'm just suggesting. I can't say the word. Can't speak anyways. Doesn't matter. Upper dog. Suggesting. There you go. Good job, Charlie. Miss Harvey would be proud of me. Miss Harvey was my speech teacher in elementary school. She taught me that I can't speak. Left leg's up. That's what I got from it. For real, that's one thing I got from it. Opening up. She was nice. She was nice. I was just joking. High lunge. Standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down. Palms together. Reach out. Up and back. Inhale. Exhale. And back to mountain pose. Now with mountain pose, remember, toes go up, spread the toes as wide as you can, and each toe touches the floor one at a time. Feet are shoulder width apart. Knees are bent. What time is it? I can't see the clock. Hips are tilted. I have a clock right there. That's what I keep on looking at. But man, that guy keeps on looking over there. It's a clock there. No tension in the arms or shoulders. Now, the mountain pose is important. One, you're going to line yourself up, and then you're going to let the bones stand on top of each other, as if you were just your skeleton. So you let the bones stand on top of each other. No tension anywhere. And it's an important mindset here because you become one with the earth, just like a mountain. The mountain is one with the earth. And that's what you're doing. You're becoming one with the earth. Just like the Islamic quote, believe it or not, God is greater than. Like, hey, that's separate. Greater than what? That seems like a separate thing, but it's not. It's not, because God is the oneness. So Sufi spin, Sufi interpretation basically put onto it. Language is weird. Language will separate the oneness. Just by talking about it, separates it. It's an experience. And then just going to focus on the breathing. We're just going to stay here a little bit longer, so just watch yourself breathe. So you watch the belly go in and out, or you bring your focus to the tip of the nose and watch the air go in and out. As you inhale, exhale. You're already breathing automatically, so you're just watching it. We'll bring the palms together. That's it. And that was YouTube Live yoga routine number 151. So I will see you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Arizona time, Mountain Standard Time. So namaste, peace and love.